Is there something you want in life, but it just doesn't seem to be happening? Do you ever accept less than you deserve because you don't want to rock the boat? Do you ever feel like you're going to be an imposter if you do go for the things that you want? Are you ever afraid to just do the things that you need to do? If so, you're in the right place, because today we're going to talk about overcoming fear. Okay, so it's really important as a modern day person, especially if you're looking to build a business and be an entrepreneur, to overcome your fear. And that's because your brain doesn't know the difference between an irrational fear and a life and death situation. To your mind, to your subconscious, having to make a sales call and face rejection feels the same as being chased down by a lion. And of course, they're not the same. You're not in danger. However, your brain can make you feel like you are. And as a result, it forces you to stay inside of your comfort zone, nice and safe, and not take the risks. And this will keep you from getting the things that will provide the most value to your life, the things that you want most, and will stop you from providing the most value you can to other people in the world. The real problem with fear is that it makes you wait. It tries to tell you that you don't have enough information or enough knowledge to get started. It wants you to know all of the steps involved before you take the first one and all of the risks. And it wants to tell you you have to know all of the answers before you even learn what the questions are. And as a result, the opportunities just pass you by as you're doing all of the research. And this comes from years, maybe even a lifetime of being taught to play it safe. Go to a good school, get good grades, get a good job at a good company. And then when you decide, this isn't what I really want, and you're going to step out of your comfort zone, your ego can step in and try and convince you that you're too smart or too experienced or too old to take the steps that are necessary. And it's going to try and convince you that you're too good in order to take the risk, and that you're smarter for staying where you're at and waiting for a different opportunity to show up. All right, let me show you a little bit about how this works. I'm going to have to look at my computer in order to advance the slides. But here's you, and around you is your comfort zone. And just outside the comfort zone is your goal. It's the thing that you really want. And it's represented here by the trophy cup. Okay, so now, as you move towards your goal, towards your trophy, towards the thing that you really want, you come up against the edge of your comfort zone. Now, as your training, your whole lifetime of training, to be told to play it safe, the ego comes into play, and some other things that we're going to talk about, you could bounce back and stay within your comfort zone. And this is a problem because you don't just stay in your comfort zone. Your comfort zone shrinks around you. And now your goal is actually further away. It's further outside your comfort zone. So something that would have been a small step to get, as you approach and come back, do more research, get more information, practice more, the goal actually gets further away than if you just took the action in the first place. Now, if you do go through and you pierce through the comfort zone, okay, and you get past what I call the panic point, then you do get your goal and your trophy, and then your comfort zone expands around the trophy. And now that becomes your new normal. Achieving that sort of goal, doing the activities that are involved with getting that goal accomplished, is now your new normal. And you can now set your sights on bigger goals and stretching your comfort zone again. And this is what we call growth. That's how you grow as a person. And this is the real secret. When you grow as a person, you grow into the type of person that has the things, does the things, and is the type of person that you want to be. The slides make it look easy. But how do you overcome your fear? Saying pierce through the panic point and get that trophy? First, you need to realize that the fear that you're experiencing is a lie. Your brain is sending you signals as if you are actually in physical danger, and you're not. First is to realize that, hey, right now, right here, I'm okay, right? Physically, you're okay. Next, I want you to remember why you got started in the first place. What is it that you're after? What is the goal? And what is it going to do for you? And third, I want you to be prepared to be tested. Okay? When you're facing fear, it's like the universe is saying, prove it to me. Prove to me that you want this enough to actually take the actions in order to get it. And as I mentioned before, when you do this, your comfort zone is going to grow and you're going to achieve your goal. And then you're going to be able to set your sights on bigger goals and you're going to be able to tackle them more easily. So taking the one little step right now outside of your comfort zone sets you up for much bigger successes down the road. You need to be aware of a few things that could possibly come in the way as you try and face your fear. First is your feelings, how you feel about yourself and the feelings in the moment, right? You might feel unworthy. You might feel scared, right? You just need to understand that these are all based in a lie. These are all things that you were taught by somebody else. They're not true. They're based on somebody else's opinion. And you may be afraid of judgment. You may judge yourself. Who are you to go out and do this? And you might be afraid that somebody might say, think, or do something that you don't like. And oftentimes, this is the most important question to ask. If you're afraid to take the step, who are you afraid is going to say, do, or think something you don't like? And what is that thing that they're going to say, do, or think? This can open up a lot of windows into what's really, really going on. Okay? And there's also your dinosaur brain. When your subconscious gets these images of fear and you feel like you're in mortal danger, your dinosaur brain will enact the fight, flight, or flee response. And it's going to make you want to either fight or freeze up or run away. Be prepared for this to happen and realize that this is, again, based on a lie. And then, of course, there's your subconscious, and we talked about the ego, which will try and convince you that you don't really need that prize. You don't really need that thing in your life. What you have is fine. You're doing better than a lot of people. You should just be satisfied with what you have. The problem is you're not satisfied. You were designed to have more. You should be going after more and providing more value to the world and having more value in your life. All right, so here are some techniques you can use to overcome these hurdles. First is choosing faith over fear. You need to focus on what could go right rather than thinking about all the things that could go wrong. You need to reconnect with the fact that you're okay right now. Remember, your brain can't tell the difference between the fear of making a sales call and being chased down and eaten by a lion. And what it's going to do is try and give you some other priority that needs your immediate attention, like sorting your sock drawer, which does not need to be done right now. You need to reconnect that you're okay right now and you can move forward on this goal. If it's something that you really want to pursue and it's more of a lifestyle, join a group of people who are facing that fear. Maybe they're a group of people who are doing video. If you're looking to build a business and you want to overcome the fear of marketing and putting yourself out there and selling your expertise, join my group. And if you have a lot of deep-seated issues about self-worth and what you're allowed to do and whether or not you need to be nice and whether or not you can have more in your life or whether that would make you greedy, you could do something called shadow work. And shadow refers to the parts of yourself that you put to the side and ignored because as you were growing up, you were told that they were not safe and they were not going to help you become successful. So if you were an outgoing tomboy, maybe your family told you that girls needed to be nice and quiet and sugar and spice and this sort of thing. There are steps you can take to reconnect with who you are and the God-given talents that you have so that you can have a full toolbox for going after your desires and your dreams. I want you to take a step right now in overcoming your fear. I want you to think about the thing that you've been avoiding doing. Because the thing you've been avoiding doing, but it's still on your heart, still in your mind, that's the thing that has the most potential to improve your life. That's the way that it works. I want you to stop thinking about what could go wrong, and I want you to focus on what could go right if you take the next step. I want you to decide on what the next step is, not the next 3 steps. What is the next step, one step you need to do in order to move closer to that goal? If you can, I want you to take that step right now at the end of this video. If you can't, I want you to set a date, tomorrow or the day after. I want you to take the next soonest date that you could take the action, and then take the action. Fear goes away when you take the action. That's the way that it works. It's right there, right up until the time you take the action. When you take the action, it will just dissipate, and you will have conquered and overcome your fear.